even though we have to use this class small recap and small recovery or small, let's say, summary about this content, this course content. Uh, I'll pass through the TNA briefly to make you be aware of what is this course about. First of all, actually, a small introduction of what this course would be covering. Actually, the necessary knowledge that would lead you to understand the digital, let's say, issues and their solutions, issues, causes, and their solutions in this view. So, all what it is concerned to secure your environment in terms of bringing you a better solution is okay. The sound is okay. I'm hearing myself actually, so I can hear myself. So I believe that the internet
No, I
connectivity.
am with you, Mister.
Yeah, okay, I said that the voice I can hear myself, so I believe that it is clear. But maybe the internet connectivity you have it's not that much. Rawan, you're able to hear me, Rawan?
Now it is clear.
That's good. That's good. So the main purpose behind of this course is to lead you to understand what are the issues digital environment, their causes and their solutions in so many scenarios. We'll be referring to a reference which is a book actually I haven't, Security Plus. It is a book that we are following. We'll try to finalize 7 units, 7 topics from this book that it has actually 14 topics. We are going to cover 7 only. We have an extra reference we can go through, and we will have extra activities from those 2 extra references. I'll be guiding you one step by step when the time comes. The cost learning outcomes actually you have to pass through again and again and again and again. I will be reminding you about every outcome once we are covering it, each within the class. Yes, we'll be having 2 theory classes and 1 lab. Yes, everything is online. The content itself actually it is subdivided into 16 weeks. Yet. We are having the first break would be in this week number 9. The second for the Eid al-Adha would be in week number 15. We'll finalize our work until week number 17. We'll be having classes up to week 17. Then after would be actually the final examinations, week number 18 and 19. Accordingly, we will receive actually all of us a timetable for the examinations at that time. Good. The content actually, as I said, actually will be covering 7 units. We'll be covering 7 units at the end. Starting from the first introduction, introducing to us the digital environment and its vulnerabilities. What is the security itself, the digital security? What is it? You'll be able to understand and to have this definition clearly through this unit number 1. Then actually passing step by step. From this unit number 1, actually we'll be having some case studies, not a case study, but it's actually they are scenarios to describe us the daily activities you are dealing, the issues from within the daily activities you are living. Then we'll be going step by step. Actually, those topics up to the access control, authentication, and the whatever the scenario, whether a platform is in a connected mode or a connectionless mode, they are all correlated and related. Means the knowledge you have to absorb and to get from the unit number 1 has to be actually admitted up to the unit number 7. So they are all related. Unit number 1 will be covering the introduction, the briefing, the first definition of what is digital security. you'll have actually a clear understanding of what this digital security is. Then we'll be having actually different knowledge about the available disciplines in security, because it is the startup. Later on, you'll have to have different courses and different knowledges, deep learning skills. Actually, we'll see actually an overview on that. We pass to the second unit, which is actually specified and discussing the threats available and classifying the malware available in the digital environment. We'll see the viruses, the worms, the trojans, and the categories and their types, and how they are actually manifested to us in the real world. Unit number 2. Unit number 3 actually will be discussing the operating system concern of securing this, let's say, unit, or this actor to secure the operating system. It's the main concern of the unit number 3. We see the issues that they are reason of causing problems to the operating system, from where the operating system will be damaged or will be actually uh, breachable. Means it can be breached, or there will be a breach within the operating system, from where the access points. We will see that. Uh, Unit number 4 actually will be talking also about the security setup, but versus the framework or the environment. Here we talk about the network. We are going to talk about remote security, or remote, uh, let's say, yes, issues and security. Yes, she saw it, ya Khasa, yes. Good. We'll also on this unit number, we'll also on this unit number 3, we'll define actually the frameworks that they cause problems to the sorry, in unit number 4, I'm sorry, we define the frameworks that they define the issues to the network, or versus the network, versus the framework we are talking, the communication solutions or whatever. The security versus such a platform, such a framework, will be seen unit number 5. The defenses based on the uh, default settings set to secure the network as a local network, or whatever the network type you are in, or the adjustable, let's say, we can say that they are to be considered by the network administrator. What are the settings to be set and to be measured, and accordingly will be installed or set into the network you are in. This is the main concern of the unit number 5. Mainly we'll talk about the protocols and the, let's say, the security appliances and the security solutions, so to represent the security measures versus the network, on top of the network. The network here, we are not going to define the networks, but we are going to take case studies. Networks. Unit number 6, another view of the security. Still, we talk about the networks, but in a wireless mode. We will see the technology that they are, let's say, governing the work onto such type of a network, which is the wireless networks. We see the protocols running the policies allowing parties to communicate, the protocols for the wireless communication. We see the security set, the default security set on top of such a framework and platform. And we'll talk about the encryption scenario here on the wirelessly communicated data in this unit number 6. The encryption here, are going to see the way how to make data in a sort of invisible, or actually unreadable, or something like that. We'll define what does mean encryption, and the actors building up this encryption scenario in unit number 6. Last one, which is actually the access control. we'll be talking about the permittances and the denials. Who is allowed to do, who is not allowed to do, who is allowed to access the system, who is not allowed to access the system. The access control, as the word literally said, yeah, access control. Yet we're going to see the standards here. We'll have actually two units only from this main unit, the unit number 7, the access control, which is actually the definition and the recognition of what does mean access control and authentication. Then after the methodologies, the standardized methodologies allowing the access control or control and the access control. Briefly, actually, at the end, we're going to have a good knowledge about this digital security. You have to follow the units from the beginning. Don't say that I'm gonna prepare the final from the unit number 7 and that's it. No, unit number 7 is built on what is the digital security, is built on what are the malware and the types and categories of the threats. So unit 1 and 2 and 3 and so on, all of them, they are question of making you understand what is, for example, this access control matter. So understanding the access control by itself, it is not as much easy as if you are following from the beginning. Let's talk about the assessment plan. Let's just define this assessment plan. The assessment plan actually mainly just I'll bring your attention into some key points. We have 17 weeks, I said, as I said earlier. We do not have 16, we have 17. We have 2 breaks, yes, but the time frame is 17 weeks, including the it's inclusive, including the 2 let's say break weeks. Then for those 17 weeks, we have an assessment of 5 marks. Will be segregated into those 17 weeks. We'll use them actually one by one. Don't worry, we'll be assessing you continuously. And I'll tell you class-wise, every class, what would be actually the assessment type or model. We'll have only 5 marks, for quizzes. We are allowed to have 2 quizzes. Maybe you will have 3rd quiz. It depends on the time and it depends on your marks only. In our case, we'll be only given and having only 5 marks for the quiz. In semesters, we have 2. The first is in week number 6, and it is out of 10 marks. Maybe we'll have the week number 7 also. We'll plan on time. Week number 12, we'll have assessment number 2, the in semester number 2, which is also out of 10 marks. 2 assignments. The first is in week number 3. Week number 3, the first one, out of 5 marks. The second is in week number 13. We will be actually having a chance to adjust those weeks, but we have a small flexibility here. Both of them, they are out of 5. In totality, they are 10 marks for the 2 assignments. Laboratory works, we have 2 labs, 2 exams for the labs for the practical side. The first one is week number 8, 10 marks. The second is in week number 15, may or no, so it's we have either 16 or 17 even. We'll discuss on time. It's out of 15. Total is 25 marks, and the final is out. The final exam in theory, it's out of 35 marks. Actually, to succeed in this course, you have to follow from the beginning. To succeed in this course, you have to follow and to be successful from the beginning. Yes, this is briefly what this course is about. If you have any questions, I will be glad to answer you. If you have any questions, you may ask. Ma'athir, any questions, Ma'athir? مآثر غايبة ولا حاضرة أنت؟ خالصة, are you here, خالصة?
Yes, Mister.
Okay, great. مآثر, are you here, مآثر?
Yes, Mister.
Okay. Are you in the car? It's not. It's a class time now. Great. Any questions? Any requests?